Have you ever wondered how we, as Homo sapiens, came to be the dominant species on our planet? This question sparks the beginning of an incredible journey, a tale that spans millions of years and is written in the very fabric of our DNA. Welcome to the saga of human evolution. Our story begins with the earliest known Homo sapiens, beings not unlike us, living around 300,000 years ago. Surviving in a world far harsher and wilder than anything we know today, these early humans demonstrated the first sparks of intelligence. They harnessed fire, crafted tools, and began to form complex social structures. These first signs of intelligence were the seeds of everything we are today. They heralded the dawn of art, culture, science, and all the marvels of human civilization. Our ancestors' journey, their trials and triumphs have shaped us and the world we inhabit. From the earliest Homo sapiens to us, the journey has been long and fascinating. About 300,000 years ago, in the heart of Africa, emerged the first species that we would recognize as human, the Homo sapiens. These early Homo sapiens, our direct ancestors, were not too different from us. They stood upright, had a sophisticated range of expressions, and even shared our capacity for complex thought. But what set them apart was how they adapted to survive in a world much harsher than ours. Life for the early Homo sapiens was a constant battle for survival. They were hunter-gatherers living off the land, and their diet consisted of anything they could find: fruits, nuts, roots, and the occasional meat when a hunt was successful. Their survival depended on their ability to adapt to their environment and utilize every resource available to them. One of the most significant survival strategies of the early Homo sapiens was the development and use of tools. From simple stone tools to more complex ones like spears and bows, these tools allowed them to hunt more efficiently, protect themselves from predators, and even manipulate their environment to their advantage. But perhaps the most critical aspect of their survival was the development of language. Language allowed them to communicate more effectively, share knowledge, and form cohesive social groups. It was the beginnings of society as we know it today. These social groups, or early human societies, were based on cooperation and mutual aid. They hunted together, shared food, and protected each other from threats. These early societies were the building blocks of the complex social structures we see today. Scientific theories and archaeological evidence support these insights into the lives of the early Homo sapiens. From skeletal remains to cave paintings, each piece of evidence gives us a glimpse into their world, their struggles, and their triumphs. These early Homo sapiens, with their ingenuity and resilience, paved the way for us. They developed tools, established societies, and survived against all odds. And in doing so, they laid the foundation for everything we have become today. These early Homo sapiens were the foundation of what we have become today. Around 70,000 years ago, something extraordinary happened. Homo sapiens started to move. The cradle of humanity, Africa, had nurtured our species for hundreds of thousands of years. But then, driven by a combination of curiosity, necessity, and perhaps a dash of wanderlust, we decided to venture out. This was the beginning of the great human migration, a journey that was to change the face of the earth. As Homo sapiens moved across continents, they encountered landscapes vastly different from their ancestral home. From the scorching savannas of Africa, they had to adapt to the icy tundras of Europe, the dense forests of Asia, and the vast empty spaces of Australia. These new environments presented a host of challenges, from finding food and shelter to surviving the harsh weather conditions. But Homo sapiens were not just survivors, they were innovators. They developed new tools, new ways of hunting, and new ways of building shelter. Every challenge they faced, every obstacle they overcame, left its mark on our genetic blueprint, shaping us into the adaptable, versatile species we are today. But we were not alone in our journey. Our path crossed with that of the Neanderthals, our closest evolutionary relatives. These encounters were not always peaceful, and there's evidence of both conflict and cooperation. Yet, despite their physical advantage, the Neanderthals could not withstand the tide of Homo sapiens. Was it our superior intellect, our social structure, or perhaps our capacity for symbolic thought that gave us the edge? The exact reason remains a mystery, but what we do know is that around 40,000 years ago, the last Neanderthal took his final breath. We, Homo sapiens, were the last standing in the game of survival. The world was now the stage for Homo sapiens, and they were set to play their part. The great human migration had come to an end, but it marked the beginning of another journey, one that would see the rise of civilizations, the invention of writing, and the birth of the modern world. With the entire globe at their feet, Homo sapiens started to build, create, and innovate. The dawn of civilization marked a pivotal point in our story, a shift from mere survival to the pursuit of progress. As we mastered the art of agriculture, we transitioned from nomadic hunter-gatherers to settled farmers, trading the uncertainty of the wild for the stability of the fields. Cities emerged, bustling with life, a testament to our newfound ability to manipulate our surroundings. The invention of writing, a milestone in our intellectual evolution, enabled us to record, communicate, and pass on knowledge, bridging the gap between generations. As we forged tools and tamed fire, we pushed the boundaries of our world. We harnessed the power of the wind, the water, and the earth, thus sowing the seeds of technology that would one day bear the fruits of the modern world. We had become not just survivors, but shapers of our environment. Fast forward to the present day, and Homo sapiens have created a world beyond the wildest dreams of our ancestors. We've harnessed the power of the atom, sent our own kind to the moon, and decoded the very blueprint of life itself, our DNA. Our artistic and cultural achievements are no less remarkable, from the breathtaking beauty of the Sistine Chapel to the soul-stirring rhythms of jazz. But the path to our modern world has not been without its challenges. Climate change, inequality, and conflicts continue to test our resilience and ingenuity. Yet it's these very challenges that prompt us to evolve, to adapt, to innovate. Just as our ancestors did, we draw on our evolutionary history to shape our future. From the earliest Homo sapiens to us, the journey has been long and fascinating, and it's far from over. For as long as we continue to question, to explore, to create, our story will continue to unfold.